Would you like to see a show filled with so much queerbaiting, so much Botox, and so much stupidity you'd wanna gouge your eyes out and eat them? Or maybe you'd like to see a group of grown men have full conversations with their peepees as a form of alternative therapy.
Stupid!
Either way, welcome to Too Hot to Handle, sponsored by Buns, Milkies, and Celibacy. Here's the concept of the show. Take a bunch of hot sexed-up horn dogs, lock them in a dreamy big house, and sprinkle in a sex ban and 100,000 grand reward. No kissing, no heavy petting, and certainly no hanky-panky is allowed under that roof. Otherwise, the prize money gets smaller and smaller. Now that's a message both Satan and the evangelicals can get behind. Since we got Mike Pence's stamp of approval, let's move on to the juicy bits. Here are our contestants. First, there's Nathan the Hee-Haw. He's a Brit who moved to Texas and decided to adapt, improvise, and overcome. By becoming a British cowboy, of course. Local tastes are a bit different on the back roads, so he must adjust his entire persona to get a little taste of the farm babes. It's called survival of the fittest. The British definition, of course. Cowboys and British accents, now that's a winning combo. It's also culture appropriation, Nathaniel. Chase. He's a professional player on the field and a heartbreaking player on the streets. No rest for the wicked. Someone once said,
"Find something you like to do it every day, and you will never work a day in your life."
And he probably took that to heart. He chases balls for a job and skirts for a hobby. Have you ever seen a name so befitting? Larissa, the legally blonde. She might look like a bimbo, but she's a brainy practicing lawyer. Being the legal mouthpiece of criminals, lip injections that aggressive must be unlawful, Your Honor. Cam, the heartthrob. He is a self-proclaimed nerd, just not the bookworm type. More like the bedtime roleplay fantasy one.
She put an elf costume on. It was nice having sex with an elf.
Marvin, the Frenchie. He's tall, buff, and hell-bent on finding love on dating shows. I don't know which type of exhibitionism gets him off, but this ain't his first rodeo on TV. Fourth time's the charm, I guess. Peter, the 12-year-old. He's a TikTok influencer and a personal trainer. The modern formula of success. If success means getting 100 DMs a day from 14-year-olds. But at least he makes mommy proud.
You are so amazing with treating women.
Kyla, the Jesus deserter. She's a model / bartender / very bad girl. Growing up super religious, she said no to the big G and yes to the big D's. And since we reached the model section of the video, here's Emily, the snob.
I should come with a warning sign.
Carly, the succubus.
A little bit of a man-eater.
And squeaky Melinda. Our girls are hot, single, and ready to mingle. So let's see who paired up with who. The first runner-ups are Cam and Emily. It was love at first sight for E and C, so no wonder they were the first duo to kiss the rules bye-bye. $17,000 worth of rules to be exact. With this development, they're gonna come out of the experience with a hefty debt rather than a reward. Was it even worth it though? Nope. Cam is too used to the 3 Fs, and nothing can quench his insatiable thirst for the X chromosome. The more the merrier. The scent of fresh blood makes our boy go crazy. As soon as a new babe walks in, he activates selective amnesia mode and puts M in his spam folder.
I'm showing with the girl in there.
He has a one-track mind, to put it politely, and monogamy isn't his strongest suit.
I want to get to know Christina on one plate and make sure M's happy on the other plate.
Welcome back to the real world, Emily. People don't change in a week now, do they? Marvin and Melinda. Their relationship has seen more ups and downs than 2 kangaroos in the mating season. From the moment she laid her eyes on Marv, Melinda knew straight away he was her one and only. Marvin, on the other hand, not so much.
I got my options open, wide open.
When Wandering Eyes meets possibilities, you can expect a man to settle for the first option that tags along. Bang and dip was his MO. And although he can't use that trick in the no-bone land, he can still make a pass at a girl or two. Simmer down, Tristan Thompson, because M's wrath isn't to be underestimated. She doesn't take rejection too lightly, and it doesn't matter whose heart gets broken in the process. Sorry, Pete, you're being used in her jealousy schemes. These two are bringing toxic back, and not the Free Britney kind, sadly. Chase and Carly. They were the second couple to blossom and the first one to drift apart. A few days into their rule-breaking romance, Chase ditches cars because she wanted a few compliments. I can't make this up.
You never compliment me.
You're just stuck in your head.
No.
I think at this point I'm just gonna go solo.
Prepare for the exes war. The money is just collateral damage. An eye for an eye, a kiss for a kiss, and $3,000 for $3,000. It's rebound time. C smooched the newcomer, Joey, which triggered Chase, who one-upped his old flame by getting more than just a kiss from his new boo Tabitha, a girl he met less than 24 hours after ending it with cars. Ouch. For the high and mighty rule-guarding police, your hypocrisy is showing there, champ. Larissa and Nathan. Finally, it's time for the most mismatched pair to take the stand. Narissa, or the leftovers as I like to call them. After obsessing over Emily for a couple of episodes, Nathan decided to stick with the next blondie that came along. He sure likes those golden jeans. We appreciate a consistent king, but the Aryan dream is a bit out of style these days. Too bad it was over before it begun. That's it from me, cause this show is more cringe than my body can handle.